Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Doing some very not so exciting stuff today. Um, I am repolishing the crankshaft journals, something I've already done once, but I measured journals last night and we were way too tight on bearing clearances. This one was close. I probably could have let this one slide, but the rest of them way too tight. We need to be minimum of 20 thousandths. I think I'd prefer to be a touch over because this is essentially a race motor. So a little extra clearance for a little more oil between the crank journals and the bearings is not a bad thing. So anyway, just wanted to show you guys what I'm doing here. A lot of you are probably familiar with the old sandpaper, strip of sandpaper around the crank journal, okay? And then you wrap a shoelace around that. You pull it back and forth, and the sandpaper does this around the journal and very slowly sands away and polishes the surface. So what we're trying to do with that is obviously get a smooth surface. And then also in my case, I'm trying to take just the slightest amount of material off. So I made a couple other measurements last night just to get kind of an average. I made one more this morning. And so what I'm trying to do here is I want to add about 10 thousandths of clearance, okay? So here's what I started with. Here, whoops, that is my goal, okay? I just did a measurement after, okay, so I took off, let's see here, about 100,000 or 300 thousandths, okay? And what I did is basically what I'm doing is I'm counting as I do this. So every 1-2 rotation, I'm counting as one stroke. And I did 40 strokes, okay? And that got me that much from 25498 to 254955. So I'm going to do a little bit more. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep probably, I'll probably do like maybe another 20 strokes, see where I'm at. And then from there, I'm going to work up to 600, 1000, and then 1500 grit, because that's what we need to do to get the smoothness of where we need to be at. Actually, 2000. There we go. Yeah, 2000 is my last one I'm going to end with. But that'll get us where we need to be in terms of smoothness. And then doing it like this, where I measure, sand it, measure, sand it, that should get me a more universal clearance number on all the journals. And that should make me a lot happier, because we do not want to go out on track and, window the block on like the second lap. That's a bad thing. So, did all the measuring last night, as you saw on the paper, but we're getting there. So just a little minor inconvenience, but we are chipping away, and very soon we will get to assemble all this mess and get this thing back together. I've got parts just waiting to go. We got all our bearings are here. Head bolts, oil pump, rings, bits and bobs, stuff like that. Oil barbell, oil pump pickup brace. We got the camshaft over here on the shelf. So excited to get this thing in yesterday, but just wasn't going to happen. Camshaft and springs, all the other stuff over here that needs to go in, lifters, valve stem seals, blah blah. So we are getting very close. I just got to overcome this little barrier, and then it's assembly time, and then we can do some more videos where it's actually fun, cool stuff, and less of this tedious, boring, just get it over with type stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in and keeping yourself apprised of what's going on with the race car. It's looked better, but before May, she's going to be ready to go. So stay tuned.